It did not start with Donald Trump. He is a symptom, not the cause. So when you hear how great the economy is doing right now, let's just remember when this recovery started. I'm glad it's continued, but when you hear about this economic miracle that's been going on, when the job numbers come out, monthly job numbers, and suddenly Republicans are saying it's a miracle, I have to kind of remind them, actually, those job numbers are the same as they were in 2015, in 2016, and
he said, what do you think of President Obama's speech? And I said, I'm sorry, I watched it, but I fell asleep. I found he's very good for sleeping.
Barack Hussein Obama, the first president in U.S. history to not attain 3% GDP growth, even though he had 8 years to do it. A president who spent so much, he slowed any growth he was generating. The national debt grew from $11.5 trillion to $20 trillion under Obama, as did the misery index by 53%. Food stamp recipients rose by a staggering 42%. Ironically, gun manufacturing boomed under the UN gun-grabbing rhetoric of Barack Obama by 192%.
people have been beaten down so long, and they feel so betrayed by government.
So it's not surprising then that they get bitter and they cling to guns or religion or antipathy towards people who aren't like them, or a way to explain their frustrations.
But we are all supposed to believe that the current roaring economy is due to Obama's economic recovery strategy, not President Trump's corporate tax cuts or the reopening of factories humming the tune Made in America again.
Made in the USA, made in America, it's back.
Let's take a look at Obama's recovery. Forbes magazine wrote in 2013, "What is clear is that Obamanomics has produced the worst recovery from a recession since the Great Depression. Worse than what every other president who has faced a recession has achieved since the Great Depression."
Some of those jobs of the past are just not going to come back.
And as job numbers rose out of the Bush recession, with Obama and Trump seemingly neck and neck, the industries the two presidents have affected are very different. Quartz's comparison indicates while Trump is dominated in mining, metals, machinery, computers, and oil and gas extraction, Obama's jobs were in storage, travel, and two cyclical dying industries, department stores and Hollywood.
I'm going to say one thing. Trump.
Not to mention that during the last election cycle, Obama said that none of Trump's predictions were possible. If Obama is truly responsible for 2018's economic growth, wouldn't he have predicted that growth when he had had the chance?
When somebody says, like the person you just mentioned, who I'm not going to advertise for, that he's going to bring all these jobs back. Well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do? There's no answer to it. He just says, well, I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, how exactly are you going to negotiate that? What magic wand do you have? And usually the answer is he doesn't have an answer.
The Democrats are thankfully chaining themselves to a flaming pile of bullshit that most Americans can smell a mile away.
They'll warn that tyranny is always lurking just around the corner.
Tyranny with a capital T.
You should reject these voices.
John Bound reporting for Infowars.com.